Jadhav sir is a renowned classical homeopath practicing in Satara, Maharashtra. He is frequently invited for lectures at various homeopathic forums. He has received his classical homeopathic training under the guidance of legendary homeopath Dr. Amar Sinha Nikam sir. Dr. Rahul Jadhav is a faculty at Aditya Homeopathic Hospital, Pune, and assistant professor at HMC Satara. He is well known for inspiring budding homeopaths to practice classical homeopathy through lively interactive lectures. He'll be demonstrating how fundamental classical approach can be sufficient to treat various pathological cases. Sir, it is our privilege to have you in today's session, sir. Thanks for accepting the invite, sir. Please, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Vinodini, for this warm introduction. And thank you, IHMA, for inviting me for this session. So today's topic is, we have taken very interesting topic, the simplified way of treating challenging cases. Now, the homeopathy itself is simplified. Now, is there any really need to make it simplified? So I'll just share my experience, whatever I've been fortunate to be with a legendary homeopath, Dr. Nikam sir. So whatever I have seen with him and whatever I am able to incorporate in practice, I'll be sharing this. So I'll start my screen share. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It is.
Can
it
you
is
see
audible,
my?
Sir.
Can you see my slide clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Dr. Vinodini, just keep me updated about the chats and responses.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
And most probably the questions will be taken at the end. Still, we can interact if there is some genuine queries in between also.
Sure, sir.
So just as I have said that what we actually mean by being simplified is homeopathy is really complicated. One of the main challenges, one of the main challenges for budding and even experienced homeopath is a diversity of methods and opinion. So as we see today also, there are daily so many events happening over in the homeopathic horizon, virtual homeopathic horizon, we can say. So you have been, what we can say, there is a flood of information, and due to this much information, there are chances that sometimes budding and even experienced homeopath can get, you can say, in a position of chaos. It has been ironically said that controversy exists from the birth of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. So you must be knowing that there is an controversy that whether birth date of Hahnemann is whether it is 10th April or 11th April. So it can be sarcastically or ironically said that this controversy exists from there. So today there is access to innumerable books, softwares, seminars, and just this what we are doing now, webinars, and all virtual learning aids. So this all together resulted in saving valuable time, valuable money. So it's great that those, you can say, those who cannot travel for the seminar or those housemakers who are just finding difficult to get time slots, they have now access to all these things. But at the same time, there is a flip side also. At the same time, there is a confusion due to this information overflow. Now, what kind of confusion? See, in the morning, we hear some speaker from some webinar speaker, something. In the afternoon, some different thing. On the next day, some different thing. So there are diversity of opinion. Now here, I like to quote from Gandhiji, a very important quote. Gandhiji has once said that I do not want my house to be rounded by walls, and my windows to be closed to other culture. I wish to become familiar with the culture of lands as much as possible, but I will not permit them to affect me or shake my own status. Now, this is very important. Why I am quoting this quote from this father of nation, that he said that I do not want my house to be rounded by walls and my windows to be closed to other cultures. So, meaning that I want to be open to all culture, but I wish to become familiar with the culture of lands as much as possible, but I will not permit them to affect me or shake me from my own status. Now, how this is relevant in today's homeopathic scenario? Our founder has laid down some of the basic principles, some of the basic guidelines in his organon, and with the rise of this virtual homeopathic, you can say, events, we should not allow ourselves to shake our own basis. Because see, today we are living in 2020. Now, homeopathy has been discovered way back in the late 18th century, we say 1796. Now, from that 1796 to till today, the science has grown. Not only it has grown, but it has flourished like anything. So today there are hundreds of countries and millions of users of homeopathy. Now, how we have reached to this stage? We have reached to this stage with some basic guidelines, and with this all chaos around us, all the overflow of information around us, we should not allow ourselves to get, you can say, drifted from our basic path. Now here, what kind of a confusion actually we have? So bedside dilemma. Bedside means you can say in the desktop rather, when we are sitting in clinic. Now, what are the main, you can say, confusing points that we usually encounter? I tried to list a few of them. Still, you can also add whatever you feel about this. And of course, you can post your queries in the chat box. I want you to be little interactive. See, right now, you can imagine the condition of speaker. I am sitting just talking in front of this laptop. So these are some of the confusing points in homeopathy, a choice of repertory. So right from the first repertory, Dr. Hahnemann himself is the father of repertory. He is the first to index the symptom. So write them from this Hahnemann's own repertory to Kent, Boger, Boninghusen. To, if you see the latest repertory, we have this synthesis repertory by Frederick Schoens. We have Roger Benzoat's complete repertory and Murphy's repertory. So there is a huge list of repertories. Helpful. We have so many tools, but on the flip side, it can be confusing also, because when we are bedside, patient is in front of it, it is impossible that we cannot keep on referring each and every repertory. So this is one of the point that we must finalize the choice of repertories. Now again, Matra Medica choice, same. The first Matra Medica is Matra Medica Pura. From there is a huge list of Matra Medicas, one after another. So we have what we use in our college days till now: Allen's Keynote, Kent's Repertory, Fatak, Boger Synoptic Key. Then if we see the recently Dr. George Whittle-Kosser's Matra Medica Viva and Essence of Matra Medica, even the latest one, Dr. Vermeulen's Prisma and all the work of Vermeulen. We have Dr. Ajit Kulkarni sir's fantastic Matra Medica books also. So there is a long list of books. Again, these are our tools. These are helpful to us. But on the flip side, this can cause some kind of confusion. Now about case-taking methods. So again, case-taking methods are, there are so many case-taking methods. Apart from the guidelines that are led by our Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, newer and newer methods are evolving. For the benefit of homeopathy, of course, for the benefit of homeopathy, for the advantage of homeopathy. But once again, So there is a classical method, there is a guideline led by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, then there is Boning Hussain Boger has also made some of the additions as per their own study. Then if you see in the recent scenario, we have the MIND method, so-called MIND method, which has now practiced very widely by this HHF group and Sehgal, what we say, methodology. Then we have a beautiful sensation method that is evolved by Dr. Rajan Sankaran sir. So there are so many case taking method prescribing strategies. And finally, when this all ends, the last point of choice comes about the potency. Once again, in the potency also, starting from the centesimal scale, decimal scale to LM scale, LM potency, that is advocated by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann in the 6th edition of Organon. So again, we have the wide range of choice. So you can see, you can imagine, or you must have experience also as a homeopath, you are in a diverse world of diverse choices. So many choices to make. And somewhere these choices are helping us to reach the simillimum. On the other side, this can be, if not finalized, this can be causing confusion and dilemma. Are you all with me? So in our practice, what I feel, or what I've been fortunate to get trained under Dr. Amar C. Nikam sir. You must be knowing that he owns his 100-bedded exclusively homeopathic hospital that is smoothly functioning. In this year, it is celebrating its silver jubilee, 25 long years. So it is very important us to understand that there must be some conclusion to which we must reach in our practice, and stay with it. The information will keep on adding, the sources will keep on increasing, the books will be keep on coming to us, we will be hearing some newer and newer opinion. But as Gandhiji has said, we must not allow our basis, our roots to get destabilized. So as you can see here, there is something called as variable and something called as constant. You can see this plant is keep on growing. It is variable. It keep on changing. On the other hand, there is a pole, which is almost always constant. Similarly, in our clinical practice also, we must reach to some conclusion. We must reach to some conclusion as regard to various choices of our Mater Medica books, our choice of repertory, our choice of potency. And once we are confident about this, our choices, then our prescription speed will increase. Also, our result will also be better. So this is my mentor, my guru, and the man who is running 100-bedded exclusively homeopathic hospital. We had his webinar also, wonderful webinar last month. So I had been associated with this legendary man. Actually, I am fortunate to being associated with this man since last 10 long years. So whatever I found in Dr. Nikam sir's practice, and whatever I am able to incorporate in my own practice also, that I will share today. So again, Hahnemannian guidelines, since the discovery, its discovery in 1796, homeopathy has not only managed to survive, but it has flourished. So much flourished that there is 150 plus countries to become the most widely used alternative form of medicine across the globe. Now, how this happened? So it became absolutely essential for homeopath to understand what the founder has to say about remedy choice. No, founder, we must follow the guidelines of founder in each and every area. But at least this remedy selection, if we refer to this aphorism number 154, my dear friends, I know this is much repetition. You must have heard it since first and second year of your college till today date, but it is worth repeating. And it is worth repeating even more in today's scenario when we are having so much options around us, even we have so much resources around us. So what Master is saying, that it is, if the antitype is constructed from the list of symptoms of the most suitable medicines contain those of peculiar, uncommon, singular, and distinguishing characteristic symptom. So, which are to be met with the disease to be cured in the greatest number and the greatest similarity. This medicine is the most appropriate homeopathic specific remedy for the morbid state, the disease, if it be not one of very long standing, will generally be removed and extinguished by the first dose of it without any considerable disturbance. So it is very clear what the master is saying, that you must look for, you must search for, you must have all your efforts destined to searching this peculiar, uncommon, singular symptoms. And with this guideline, our homeopathy has flourished since 1796 to today's 2020. And we must not forget these guidelines. So we will straight away go to the case. Now this was some theoretical part that I want to mention. We'll straight away go to the case. Now this is of course we have. So Dr. Vinodini?
Sir?
Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'll start with one. We have 3 fantastic cases today. All cases with all the details, case details and case video also. So you'll get to know more and more about the patient. As I talked with Dr. Deepu recently, so I tried to make it workshop experience. So it will be better if you also try to analyze the case on your own. So this is a case especially for my Kerala friends who are here now. This patient is in my city Satara, but she's basically from Kerala. They have came here for their bakery business, and she has came to me for one of my patients' reference. So she is a 45 years old female. She has a sinusitis since the last 20 to 25 years. She is also menopausal syndrome, and there is a uterine fibroid as well. Now, as we have guideline in Organon, and as I have been trained under Dr. Nikam sir, we follow the same pattern, that is case taking pro forma, much more closer to that what you must have learned in your college days. So what I want to tell you, it never get outdated. It never get outdated. So in our practice in Dr. Nikam sir's hospital, when we go there, today also we can see 20-25-year-old case taking records with the same classical case taking pro forma. So this is the basic efforts that is must for the homeopath to reach to the similar medicine. Fortunately, unfortunately, we don't have shortcut for for this case taking. So as you can see, there are 3 chief complaints. She has a coryza headache since 20 years. She has a sleeplessness since last 4 to 5 and right side heel pain. So as we probe the case, we go into the detail of each and every symptom. Now this sinusitis is since 20 years. So it is a recurring symptom since every 2 to 3 weeks. Now this is the main domain of a homeopathy. Why patient comes to homeopath? This is because our reputation for being curative in this such a kind of chronic cases. So that's why patient comes to the homeopathy. So this is you can say a routine case for a homeopath. Chronic sinusitis. First headache started, then coryza. There is watery discharge from the nose, which later becomes yellowish greenish. Irritation of throat in the post nasal discharges. Occasionally cough. There is a nasal obstruction as well. Now see the modality. Now this coryza has typical aggravation from cold water, from before menses, from eating curd, oily food, and especially after sleep. So this is how we probe the case. Now, next symptom is irregular menses. There is a oligomenorrhea since 2 to 3 months. Regular period during September, but now it is irregular. There is hyperacidity also, chronic nausea, headache, which is ambulatory after menses. There is a long-term constipation. Since 20 years, she is rarely past normal stool. It is almost always very hard, unsatisfactory kind of stools. When I probe into her past history, I found that she had a recurrent tonsillitis. It is not removed, but she used to suffer from this tonsillitis. Now, this is past history. This is, you can say, a typical classical homeopathic format. But again, I am emphasizing it at the second time that this format is useful. This format is more than sufficient to treat even challenging cases. We will see even more challenging more challenging cases also how this format is useful. Coming back to the family history, her mother has hypertension, arthritis, her father has cancer of throat, and he has died before a few years ago. Her brother also has died due to liver cirrhosis recently, March 18. So this case was taken around October 2018, and we have almost 1.5 year long follow-up of this case. Now, why I'm presenting this case? Because for long, almost it will reach to 2 years after a few months. We have this long-term follow-up. In this case, we can assess genuinely whether the means our remedy has worked well or not. So always remember, you listen to any seminar, webinar, pay attention to those cases which has long-term follow-up. These are the, our genuine guideline cases. Now, in the past history, diet is mixed, appetite, can't tolerate hunger, the desire for sweet, chicken, milk, sour, there is aversion to meat, food aggravation, cold water, headache due to sinusitis as expected, there is throat irritation, dryness of mouth with thirst. Now, she usually get palpitation from anxiety, chest palpitation from anxiety. There is perspiration on exertion, stool occasionally constipated, urine satisfactory. Now, sleep is disturbed occasionally due to the kind of tension. Now, I try to probe what is the actual tension is in the subsequent questionnaire. Now, dreams are not specific. Now, when I look into her mind and life space, see here, I have written only points, but in our clinic, or especially in the initial days of clinic, it will be better if you write in a sentences, sometimes in your own vernacular language also. I always tell my students and even myself also, write down in own patient's language. Sometimes we were not readily able to convert it into the rubric form. So, but because it is, Dr. Dibu has told me to finish this in 20-25 minutes per case. So I tried to synoptize it into the small words. So her childhood went into the Kerala only, a very naughty and playful kind of girl. She had lots of friend circle, social. There is a hobby of painting, but she was not very well into the studies. The nature was caring and mild. She told me that my childhood was very much happy kind of childhood, not much stress, but she was more of a homely kind of girl. So she doesn't like to do much sports, but she has a hobby of this painting and all. Now then, after marriage, she shifted to this our city, Satara, from her native. Now here also, now she is maintaining her small family. She has 2 sons, and their husband is doing a bakery business in our city. They have, you can say, a chain of bakeries. They have 2 to 3 bakeries and a quite flourishing type of business. Now she, as an, you can say, kind of typical housewife, helping her husband, lot of worries about her children. So during our interrogation, what we found that she has constant anxiety about children. The children are in the nearby city, metro city, for their higher studies. So she has constant insecurity regarding children. Now, what will happen to them? She has given them a bike. So she feels that whether they will get they will meet it, what will happen if they meet with some kind of misfortune like an accident and all. So that's continuously in her mind. So as we have seen earlier that there is a palpitation and all, so these things are bothering her much. Now when I ask her about the disturbing incidences, before few years her father has passed away. This disturbed her a lot of she become almost near to the depression at that time. And after that, in this 2018 only, in the year when she came to my consultation, her brother has also died. Father has died due to the cancer, and brother has died due to the some kind of, I think, liver disorder. Now these two incidences left her in a great trauma, one after another. Now currently there is a quite sad state of mind. She's in a sad state of mind. One side there is profound sadness, and another side what I can notice is a lot of anxiety. Now here my case taking has concluded. Okay, it went around 20 to 25 minutes. The main concern is about her chronic coryza. Now I'll request here participants, if you can hear me, to participate and write down your suggestion, your remedy suggestion, anything you feel about this case. Now it is very important to interact. After this we have even more two fantastic cases.
Okay.
So,
Dr. Vinodini,
Sir,
I think is there any suggestions from the group?
sir, now only they are starting to give suggestions, sir.
okay,
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Dr. Deepu,
Yeah, I'm audible.
Participants? Yeah.
okay,
Yes,
meanwhile
sir.
we will play video.
So there is a remedy suggestion like pulsatilla.
Good, very good.
Participants, please drop down your suggestion in the chat box. And there is another suggestion like
This is-
lachesis,
Yes,
sulfuric pulsatilla.
yes, I want to inform you that patient is chilly. Thermally
Okay.
patient is chilly.
Yes, sir. Arsenicum, argentum nitricum,
If
Calvi by?
I think some totalities are coming, Dr. Vinodini.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, sir.
That's
From Dr.
excellent.
Vishal.
That's
Yes, sir.
excellent. See,
Yes, sir. Yes,
we
sir.
have been kept in a habit of what Dr. Nikam sir has always been taught to us, that always instead of prompting direct remedy name, you should make a totality. So if anybody coming with uncommon symptoms, so how we have started this webinar. First, I told you some of the main dilemma or some of the challenges of faced by classical homeopath. Then I have told you about the basic guideline of our mentor, Dr. Honeyman, that has given in Organon, the guideline which has brought homeopathy around the world, we can say. So what I want to say, we welcome all the newer and newer methods, but we should not forget what are our roots. So in this case also, I am requesting you to go by this only. Can you find any single uncommon characteristic symptom? So I'll just once again show you the chief complaint: coryza, headache since 20 years, sleeplessness. See the coryza, aggravation by cold water, curd before menses, oily food. Then there is irregular menses, acidity, long-term constipation.
There are some suggestions coming, Dr. Vinodini.
Sir, there is a suggestion from Dr. Vishal, sir.
Yes, yes.
Coryza menses before, constipation, desire sweets, chilly, patient calm and quiet, anxiety about children, forsaken feeling after death of father. Remedy is MACCAR 30.
Great.
And another is from, actually they haven't mentioned the remedy, but they have mentioned this can't tolerate hunger, chest palpitation, aggravation menses.
Yes.
And another is from Dr. Avinash, long-term constipation and forsaken feeling.
Dr. Vinodini, I'm very actually happy to see so many interactive suggestions. And I request once again to all that these are the basic efforts that are needed to be a classical homeopath. That's it.
Yes, sir.
You have to take the case, You have to go for the uncommon symptom. You have to refer to the well-known, reliable books, and you will reach to the remedy. So
Yes.
I'm very happy that we have been with so many suggestions, and till more suggestions are coming, I'll try to run the video of this case
Yes, sir.
for. So actually I was searching for the case, and this is the only case Malayalam speaking, this is the only Malayalam speaking patient I have in our city. I don't know whether you can hear it, or Dr. Deepu will share it later on.
Yeah, I will share that later on, doctor. No problem. But the volume is very low.
I'll try to play it once.
Yeah. Okay.
She's and believe it or not, even I don't know what she's speaking, because I am not fluent with not only fluent, I don't know anything about ABCD of Malayalam. But what I can see is they are very sweet people. Just with one call she came and ready to give her narrative.
I think it is very low, doctor. It's okay. I can share that in my
Dr.
group.
Deepu,
Okay, no
if you
problem.
have heard this video, can you just tell the audience in English or?
Oh my God. I have seen, but it will be difficult, sir. Actually, I'm in Zoom now, so the things did not work accordingly. I will share that definitely to the audience. Okay.
At least audience can see the physical constitution of the patient.
Yeah. There is another totalities came up. Dr. Vinodini, can you read that?
Yes, sir. It is from Dr. Aparna Shenoy. Chronic sinusitis, watery coryza discharge, yellowish green, unsatisfactory stool, desire sweet, aversion meat, anxiety, forsaken, thirsty, ailments from death of near ones, thermal chilli, remedy, Calicar 30.
So to the all 359 participants, around 360 participants who are there, I request you to just copy this totality. See, Dr. Aparna is our student, and this is the way. Now she don't know about this case at all. I'm damn sure she is in Pune, my student in Pune. I'm in Satara. I'm damn sure that this she didn't know anything about this case, and the remedy is not also Kalikar. It is very close to Kalikar, but what I want to stress here is this is the way in which we are working. This is the way in which we are working day in and day out, getting smooth, fantastic result. This is the way in which our mentor, Dr. Amarasya Nikam sir, is working since last 25 years in his OPD. And we should not forget this at all. Now, this is a takeaway message main. So this is a very excellent totality. Excellent totality. Remedies.
There are another totalities are there.
Yes.
Heel pain, fear of impending danger, constipation, aggravation, menses, forsaken feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And one more is from Dr. Deepa Amar, constipation, heart stool, coryza before menses, hepar sulf and natrum sulf.
So who has written this, hepar sulf?
Dr. Deepa Amar.
Okay, great. So you can see there are so many close remedies are coming. Natrum sulf, Kali carb, ammonium carb, Kali bichromicum, Calcarea carb.
Sir, your screen is ready now?
Okay, just a minute. I'll go to the PPT once again.
Yeah. No. I thought the screen sharing gone. Okay.
Is there?
Sir, there is one more suggestion.
Yes.
Coryza before menses before, chronic constipation, ailments from death of brother, sleeplessness, fibroids, mild anxiety, children about, chilly, forsaken feeling, thirsty, chilly, desire sweet, aversion to meat, remedy Ignatia.
So who has given this, Ignatia?
Actually, name is not mentioned.
See, very close. Very close. Ignatia is very close. But in Ignatia, if you go through the childhood to this, Ignatia is a very bold, courageous kind of personality. So quarrelsome, hysterical kind of personality. She's, if you have seen her constitution, she's a kind of homely woman, a homemaker woman, very caring, a typical kind of fearful. She has aversion to sports also in her childhood. And Ignatia would have gone into the some more kind of depression, and there is, instead of fear, there is a, you can say, a deep kind of depression and sadness. So
Okay, sir.
as many of you has suggested rightly, ammonium carb, calcarea carb, kali carb, mac carb. So at least all are coming to the carbonicum group,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And you see the constitution of the patient. She is also a kind of rounded feature, Shabi, what we say about this carbonicum. Now here, I'll go to the Honeyman's guideline, uncommon symptom. Now this is uncommon symptom. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is a coryza menses report. Now, no amount of efforts will be means we cannot underestimate effort to search this symptom. We can go to the any method, means with the entry, with the patient's words, with the patient's looks and behavior, and all. But if we are getting this kind of uncommon symptom, we are really very near to the similimum. So this is the symptom. Now this is a totality elements from yes, this is a totality. So can you see?
Yes, sir. It is
This
visible,
is
sir.
a, yeah, yes, this is a totality. The remedy is MAC carb. What I have given her, a MAC carb. And now you can see, get the additional information. If you go to the Sholton theme, who has the man who has written wonderful books such as Homeopathy and Minerals, Homeopathy and Elements and Homeopathy. Now you can go for the carbonicum theme. They are related with the father principle. Now here also, you can see the patient has lost her father and it has left an impact on her. Again, another carbon principles are idealism, a kind of simplicity, idealism. Now, she's also has a reputation in her home that is responsible woman or responsible housewife. Now, second symptom that I have taken is menses scanty, menses irregular, some desire aversions, sour food desire, fear something will happen. The patient continuously, see, this is not uncommon for a mother to feel anxiety about her children. Okay, but typical anxiety that this all carbonicums has is about something will happen, that something misfortune will happen. And if you open the Phatak Matra Medica, there is a clear-cut symptom that accident will happen. Now I'm surprised that she has characteristically narrated the same word, that I feel that there might be some accident, there might be something wrong with my children, especially accident that we have given them our bike and all. So I have given this remedy. Now another symptom is you can see here the 4-second feeling from by parents actually losing the parents. Now one of my students has came up with few characteristic symptoms from synthesis, Kent repertory. If you can see, this nose coryza, MAC carb is the remedy. Nose coryza, menses before. Nose obstruction, menses before. Menses irregular, menses scanty. Desire for sour, fear something will happen, something evil will happen. Fear menses during, fear misfortune, fear of accident that I was just talking about. So this is all about this case. And the remedy which benefited her was MAC carb. MAC carb has given her, and if you have been with this video, you will notice that the different pathologies, not only so over this is very important, over the period of 2 years, almost 2 years, I have given her nothing but MAC carb 30 on and off. So what is this on and off? We are not prescribing it as 3 TID for 8 days. No, we have given 1 dose. And we request patient to repeat only and only when there is recurrence of symptom. For example, she gets episode within 2 to 3 weeks, which altogether stop. This episode has more than 90% has stopped. This is one of the fantastic cure that I have been seen in recent times. The constipation has relieved. Her irregular menses has been normalized. Moreover,
Doctor,
yes.
I think I will say, because I have seen the video. Na?
Yes,
He has told me, he was telling that his back pain, which was there for years, and also her all complaints were completely relieved within 1 month, I think so. That kind she was telling
Yes.
in Malayalam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was case especially for Malayalam speaking our Kerala friends. Now we'll go to the another case, Dr. Dibu.
Yeah, yeah. Dr. Vinodini, there is no suggestion questions now
No, sir. No,
regarding this.
sir.
Okay,
No.
okay. If you are having any doubts regarding any case, then we can have after this. Okay, fine.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Now this is another interesting case. Now I'll share two cases back to back. Now these two cases are very much similar to each other. Similar, these two cases are both are young boy, school going boys. Both have been encountered with a disease that has been baffling to all the modern medicine physicians. Their parents tried their level best to be to the each and every well-known allopath, and it was not relieved. This first boy has a repeated cyclical vomiting, and the next case that will be there has a repeated bleeding, recurrent bleeding, and both are suffering daily due to this pathology. Daily, this boy has bleeding. These two are not related to each other. These are two different cases, but I have summed it together for you to understand that how this classical method can work smoothly in such a challenging pathologies. So let's start. Dr. Dibu, Dr. Vinodini.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can, sir.
The 12-year-old boy came up with the complaints of repeated episodes of vomiting after eating or drinking anything. The parents taken him to the multiple physician and super specialty hospital of Pune and Baramati. See, these are our nearby cities. Even he was hospitalized, but complaints continued. So for all attendee, I have kept my WhatsApp queries number. If any point of time, any queries, even after this webinar, you can drop this question in WhatsApp. No problem. Whenever time permits, I'll answer it. Now the chief complaint is repeated episode of vomiting since 1 year. Now somehow this modern medicine allopathic gastroenterologist has managed it to diagnose it as an enteral gastritis with pylospasm. Now he has some kind of behavioral problems also. Let's see what are they. Now this is a journey. Since the first standard, he was reluctant to go to school. Somehow family member convinced him to go. Now one interesting incident happened after his complaints of vomiting started. He was climbing on the tree and he saw something uh, most probably frightful. Then he jumped down frightenedly. Now coming back to the home, he started behaving abnormally, a kind of acute mania. He was throwing some irritability, temper tantrum, used to say that I cannot see anything. Now when he was complaining to family members that he cannot see anything, naturally they have taken him to the ophthalmologist. However, he couldn't find any fault in his eyes. Then he started weeping loudly, screaming, throwing temper tantrums, aversion to food, throwing things. Now the vision gradually improved, but what started was severe cyclical vomiting. Now the episodes of vomiting, sorry for the spelling mistake, episodes of vomiting were after every liquid or food intake. Not a single day has been passed without vomiting. Not a single day since last almost a year. All investigation performed which are found to be in a normal limits. Now I will show you, if you cannot hear the sound, how this actually vomiting episodes were there. Very interesting case, very challenging case. Is it visible, doctors?
It is visible, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So you can see a small boy is vomiting his tea. So this is the daily matter. Even when he came to my clinic, in between consultation, he went out and vomited. So in this video, you'll get to see this boy more closely. Can you see this boy?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way in which the patient was suffering day in and day out. He was even hospitalized, and even in this hospital, even the hospital also, the same episodes continued. He has been under this scopy and all. Patient has came with this big size of file, and they were literally helpless. Now, just a minute. So at least you could have noticed physical constitution of the patient.
Yes, sir.
Now the question is why he is vomiting. Now this is basic question. Now what I can say is this is the most important slide of the today's session. All the terminologies are not at all mine. The credit to each and this term of this slide goes to our mentor, Dr. Amar Singh Nikam sir. In the long back in 1995 only, he has finalized his way of practicing. And the most beautiful things, the greatest achievement of Dr. Nikam sir is not only running this 25 years of hospital, but sticking to the principles, sticking to the theories, sticking to the methodologies that he has started in 1995. So my dear friend, there is no trial and error. No trial and error. The method, the choice of potency, the choice of case taking, the way of case taking, the use of books, the use of repertory, all are constant. And that's why there is so much fantastic results. Now, why this boy is bleeding? What you can see in this slide. Modern medicine is only and only searching for pathology, whether there is any changes. When they cannot find anything in this copy and all, they are helpless, isn't it? But in homeopathy, we do not only see pathology. Along with pathology, we also try to probe physiology. Such a simplest terms. We also try to probe psychology. And this together made a man in disease. So as you can see, this equilibrium has tilted towards homeopathy only because homeopathy focuses on two more angles. And while prescription also, we should not forget that we see man as a whole. With the evaluation of newer and newer theories, to which, as I have quoted from Gandhiji, that we don't have any allergy, we don't have walled off us, but here are our roots. What makes peculiar to homeopathy is considering man as a whole, and our prescriptions should also, you can say, mirrorize this. Our prescription must also has impact of this analysis. So again, I tried to probe, as in last case, we probed coryza meticulously. Dr. Samuel Hahnemann in some passage of Organon has said the most serious of all human affection. The word Dr. Samuel Hahnemann used, I like this word very much. The most serious of all human affection. Means in this world, there are so many things human being is doing, so many types of work human being is doing. Some are doing some business, some are doing some jobs, some are acting, some are singing, some hobbies. Now, if this all human affection, if there is single thing that is most serious, then the probing patient, case taking, finding this case taking format. So we must not allow ourselves to become lazy in this investigation. So I tried to probe each and every point of this vomiting. What I found, it is profuse and violent vomiting 1.5 hours after last eating, vomiting only of water and mucus. So these are all characteristic that you can find in the repertory, reliable repertory. Bright yellow color, forceful projectile vomiting. We will see the testimony of patient in which his mother is also saying this projectile vomiting. Sometimes accompanied by abdominal pain and vomiting, bitter taste in mouth, aggravation after sleep, nausea and severe projectile vomiting, causes burning in abdomen. Okay. Now there is pain in abdomen also. There is pain in abdomen. Pain in chest and epigastric region, aggravation after eating, vomiting, formication in ear. Now this is very characteristic. He was feeling some kind of formication in ear. Now we probe family history. See, in the last case, family history not only given us clue about the patient's health, but also given us clue about her mental state, that she has lost her brother and father. So in this way, we should not miss this point also. Though it might be seen time consuming, but as I have quoted from Hahnemann, that is the most serious of human affection and we must give proper time to it. Now in the personal history, you can see appetite, you can't tolerate, food desire for potato, warm food, ice cold drink, salt, 3+, lemon, food aversion, sweet, fruits, vegetables. In mouth there is bitter taste, constipated stool, since long it is constipated, hard, knotty kind of stools. These are the characteristics of stools. Now sleep is sound sleep, sleep on abdomen, stool irregular, urging after eating, perspiration profuse, scalp, forehead, axilla. Now in the thermals, he rarely needs sweater, unable to tolerate heat without fan, prefers warm clothing, warm bathing, but sun heat is also intolerable. So thermal is a very huge topic. I'll request each and everyone to go through Dr. Amar C. Nikam sir's Thermal Materia Medica book, one of the most extensive work done on the thermal after this Gibson-Miller's list. And to tell in one sentence that you should not we should not conclude thermal by just one symptom, but you should make a thermal totality and then come to the thermal conclusion. There is app also on this Google Play. You can find details there. Okay. Now, as we are probing this pathology, physiology, psychology, we have first seen about the pathology. Pathology is this vomiting and stool and all. Now, what is the physiology? Can anybody type in chat box? What is the what do we mean by probing this physiology that was there? What is this physiology? Anyone?
So there are some suggestions like psychological vomiting.
Yes, definitely. Vomiting is definitely psychological, no doubt about that. But while making totality, we must consider man as a whole.
Yes, sir. There are some suggestions like ailments from fright, hysteric, complaints fear after opium.
Excellent, excellent.
Fright after sudden jumping from tree.
Yes.
And
no,
there are some remedy
friends,
like
actually
yes,
my
sir.
question, yes, we welcome all the suggestion about remedy and totality, but my question was, what is the physiology that we want to that we mean to say here? Or
so there is a suggestion from Dr. Harini, reverse peristalsis.
Yes, reverse peristalsis, excellent. Now what is this about physiology? What is the physiology that we probe in each other? See, what I want here, not just one case. What I want here, you to not just understand this one case and one remedy, but to understand the methodology and way of working, as Dr. Dibu, we were also discussing first time.
Okay. Yeah,
isn't it?
Actually, there are some suggestions like spasm and incompetent antral sphincter.
Pyloric spasm.
Yes. Pyloric spasm. Yes, that is the diagnosis, antral stenosis. So we can see that our colleagues are also so much competent in the clinical medicine, and our this is a learning for each and every one of those who are watching this webinar, that on the parallel side we must look for the clinical things also. So my question was, what is the physiology in this case? What are the points, physiological points that we have interrogated in this case.
So there is another suggestion like
Then,
gastritis and pylorospasm.
yes, Dr. Vinodini, we will look out to the all suggestions, but is there any answer to this my question? What is the physiology? What are the points of physiology? What do we mean by interrogating physiology in the case?
I think people haven't get your question. In spite of vomiting, patient is
Patient is obese.
obese. Yes.
Yeah.
Physiology is this desires,
Yes,
aversion,
Dr.
thirst,
Deep.
bowels. Physiology is
Yes.
desire, aversion, thirst, bowels, perspiration, sleep.
Yes, excellent. Yes, yes, right. That is precise answer. And so this now why I am repeating this all things, because there is an unfortunate trend that people are might be to some reason moving away from these basic things. Okay. Now that's why it has become equally important that you should not lose these things. So why we are interrogating? See, this boy has been to the all gastroenterologist and whatnot endocrinologist, but nobody have asked him whether he desires salt or whether he desires sweet. But homeopathy is asking. Why homeopathy is asking? Not only because we have this in format, but why we are asking this? Because we want to assess the physiological state and we are incorporating that into the totality. We are reflecting that into the remedy selection. Now, this is very important. I think you are getting what I want to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now we will come to this mental state, as many of the attendees are suggesting there is something here. So frankly speaking, each and every case is psychosomatic from the homeopathic angle. We even last case was sinusitis. We probed the mental state. We understood that there is a carbon element, there is a magnesium element, there is a MAC carb, and we have got the uncommon symptom also, that is coryza before menses, that all together beautifully come up to give us the remedy, that is MAC carb, and that has helped the patient wonderfully. Now here also I have tried to probe his mental state. In his early childhood, he was that was very happy childhood. He was a lot of pampered by his grandparents, and what their parents said, that he is not at all obedient to us. Okay, so you can say there is some behavioral problem with this child also. What we say as an clinically ADHD kind of problems. The family members are very much disturbed by his disobedient and obstinate nature. Once again, to all participants, make a totality, just prompting a name. If you want to learn what we are doing day to day in clinic, what our mentor Dr. Nikam sir has taught, make a totality. We should have the ingredients from pathological point, from physiological point, from psychological point. Now the beautiful balancing of these three will give you to the remedy and nothing else. So please, for your progress, it is very important to make a characteristic totality, what Nikam sir always tells us. The family members are very much disturbed by his disobedient and obstinate behavior. Since beginning, he was reluctant to go to school. पढ़ाई नहीं करना, school में नहीं जाना. This was his main issue. He was very much pampered by grandparents. He always used to be with them. Playing, roaming in farms was his routine. So it's just a kind of relaxed person. He used to love animals, very much sympathetic towards pet. Even his mother told me that even if some pet gets sick, he keep on sitting there for long period. Parents somehow managed to start his schooling, but no any progress in it. He was mischievous, relaxed, carefree. He used to weep at trifles. In the testimony, you will see that means वो घंटों ऐसे रूठ के बैठता है. He used to sulk for hours together. He is very much obsessed with his new cars, clothes, constant demanding nature, and that all compels parents to spend more. So these are some of the things I tried to collect from this data. Now I have means I repeating it so many times with a simple intention that to imbibe your mind that this is the basic of homeopathy, and this you should not forget. So understand the sick, understand its pathology, understand its physiology, understand its psychology, understand its causation, that what made him sick, and this together reflect in your prescription, reflect in your totality. The miracle is next to you. So now we are in the stage of in the totality. So
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Ibu and Vinodini.
Yes, sir. There are some suggestions, sir. This is from Dr. Vikas.
Yes.
Ailments frayed from forceful vomiting, perspiration profuse,
Yes.
vomiting eating after,
Great.
desire cold drinks, hot patient, Varatram album.
Great. Yes.
And
Any more?
yes, sir. This is from Dr. Bhupinder Singh.
Mm-hmm.
Vomiting, sleep followed by vomiting projectile like, stool, naughty, desire salt, obstinate, sanicula.
Great. Sanicula. Yes.
And this is from Dr. Thakkar. Ailments from fright, bitter taste, sleep
Yes.
aggravation, abdomen, burning pain, vomiting, eating after, perspiration profuse, sweet aversion, potatoes desire, stool, hard, dry, constipation, mind loves animal. And this is from Dr. Preeti. Vomiting violent, retching,
So Preeti is
forceful
our student.
projectile vomiting,
Mm-hmm.
ill effects of fright, obstinate, aggravation after sleep, thermal hot, desire potato, Varatram album 30.
Okay. So, so many sessions are coming. Now, I'd like to talk something about this sanicula. Sanicula, as you, most of you knowing, that this is a mixture of few minerals. So it is a water of the spring, जिसको हम मराठी ज्याला आपण झऱ्याचं पाणी म्हणतो, हिंदी में जिसको हम झरने का पानी बोलते, that kind of material, this sanicula aqua. There is aquamarine also, marine water. So today we see there are so many combinations remedies. You must have heard about this combination remedy theory, minerals, aurum mur fluoratum, platinum fluoratum. Now we have some natural remedy combination. So in this water of the spring, we have many elements such as calcium, sodium. So this sanicula beautifully reflects the combination of this all. So somebody has rightly suggested that this patient do have some characteristic symptom that sanicula has. Sanicula has some symptoms like tuberculinum, some symptoms like Calcarea fos, some symptoms like Silicea, like this sweating and hard stool, irritable, uncontrolled behavior, crossness, changeability is also there in sanicula, demanding nature, very close to, sorry, sanicula, very close to chamomilla. It is very close to chamomilla. So don't forget sanicula. It is routine polycrest remedy for children, as routine as that of chamomilla to us, Silicea chamomilla. And read this remedy with a study like this. Study is the component of this spring water, and you will understand this remedy better. Even
Okay.
it has this vaccination ill effects of, like we have in this Silicea and Variolinum, and even sulfur, ill effect of vaccination. So good suggestion. There are so many suggestions, but above all suggestion, try to understand that basic principle, you should not deflect yourself, is make characteristic totality of all these three areas. So moving further, here is my totality. You can see there are means pathologically, as some of our attendees has rightly told, that this is an antral gastritis or pylospasm, or
Doctor, I think you're. Okay.
yes, I am muted for just some disturbance here. So now this is an important slide. You can see pathology, physiology, and psychology. There are characteristic areas, symptoms in each and every area. The antral gastritis, vomiting, forcible, stools are naughty, craving for salt, potato, aversion to eggs and sweet, profuse perspiration, sleep on abdomen towards hot, ailments from fright, heedless, careless, hypochondriac nature, mischievous, extravagant kind of personality. So final remedy, I'll just disclose the final remedy. But before that, it will be helpful to once again see the follow-up video. Okay. Meanwhile, you can also repetize, post your repetition also, no problem. I hope everybody is enjoying the session.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we will see the testimony of mother. Of course, it is in Marathi. And as we have discussed with Dr. Dibu, that there was some audio problem, but at least you can see this charming boy clearly, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
So this is the boy who has made all family is very much worried about his health. See the at least body language. If you cannot hear it, I have made the volume maximum. So at least from hand gestures, you can see it is a projectile vomiting. She is saying that previously it used to be so forceful that it is projectile kind of. Now it has been considerably reduced. So I asked her what treatment you had been. See how relax gesture. So she said that she had been to the most of the super specialists. They even unable to diagnose it, and it has been continued almost daily. Now I ask what exactly difference you see after our medication, homeopathic medicine. The bitter taste is gone. So 2 to 3, even 5 minutes is used to be there. So he used to cry for hours together, and that has been also considerably reduced now. Means the temper is also coming down now. So have you observed the child?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It is just 2 minutes video, and I'll play it once again. I'll not interrupt. It will go smoothly. Just observe the body language if you cannot understand Marathi. आणि जे महाराष्ट्रातले आहेत त्यांनी जर ऐकू येत असेल तर तुम्ही व्हॉइस सुद्धा ऐका. यादी कुठे दाखवली? So I think it's clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So if you any of you don't know Marathi, at least you can see the smile of his mother. So that is impossible without the improvement, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is the case, and we'll come back to our presentation PPT.
So there is a totality from Dr. Aparna Shenoy.
Yes,
vomiting
she is
after
also
eating
student
or drinking.
And yes.
Yeah. Projectile vomiting, formication in ear, desire salt, aversion sweet,
Yes.
constipation, sleeps on abdomen, loves pets, thermal hot, remedy Medorinum 200.
So good analysis. Medorinum child has, if you go by body language, Medorinum child can have such physical makeup also. A kind of psychotic children's Medorinum is a psychotic, but Medorinum at the level of mind, the child is actually in Medorinum we can get all kind of extreme, but still the main presentation or focus is fear. There is intense fearful children's. There are sensitive, very much sensitive to all kind of rudeness and all. Then I can see the suggestions. Vishal Sawant has also written perfect totality.
Yes, sir. Vomiting, eating after, forceful
so I'm very
vomiting.
proud that these are our my. Yes.
Perspiration profuse.
Yes,
yes, sir. Vomiting, eating after, forceful vomiting, perspiration profuse, desire cold drinks, aversion sweet, ailments from fright, extravagant, slander disposition, thermal hot, remedy Veratrum album 30.
So is absolutely right. Remedies Veratrum album. So I have given him Veratrum album 30. So that is the prescription that has brought back the smile back to her mother's face, and that has completely, the vomiting has been stopped. It was actually first follow-up. In the first follow-up itself, it has been considerably reduced, but now it has been years together, and he's improving like anything. Fantastic. There is no episode of vomiting, and that's all with just Veratrum album 30. So I hope you must have enjoyed this case also. Now here I want to quote one important symptom of Veratrum, which will summarize the mental state of Veratrum. Now once again, I am repeating here that we are not at all prescribing on the single delusion. This is for the retrospective study. Our prescription will always has this balancing of pathophysiology and mind. Okay, but still, to understand the Veratrum, you should not forget this single remedy delusion, that is prince. So who is the prince? Prince is different from king. The king is someone who has all kind of responsibilities, all kind of authorities, and he has to take the decision. On the other hand, prince is the one who has got all kind of you can say facilities, privileges with him, and he just enjoying the life. Whatever he says, whatever he demands is in front of him, isn't it? So this is a prince kind of mentality. Now if the patient has kind of this kind of lifestyle or this kind of mental state, you can think of one of the remedy as Veratrum album. So why this prince has all kind of, so nowadays there is a lot of talk about the nepotism. So this is a typically what happened with prince. He's get all kind of privileges which no one else has. So Veratrum has this kind of mental state. Now I have tried to sort some of the important rubric of Veratrum. Now you can see uh, blindness pretended. If you remember in this case initially, he was saying that I cannot see anything. Do you remember, audience? Or I have to take the slide back. I'll take the back slide.
No, no, no.
No, sir. There are replies, sir. They remember, sir.
Okay. So you can see here that he used to say, I cannot see anything. Now this is typically retrospectively matching with his personality. So the rubric is blindness pretended, only remedy. Again, there is delusion of deaf and dumb. So you can see what kind of dramatization this personality can do. Now this happens subconsciously. You know, this even sometimes patient is not aware of that this is happening in subconscious. Desire to wander, moving here and there, squandering money. So he's wasting his money here and there, singing joyously at night. Who can joyously at night? Just singing joyously at night. Lie, never speak the truth. Does not know what he's saying. The patient does not know what he's saying. He speak always lie. Kisses everyone. So amorous sexual kind of inclination is also there, which obviously comes with all this kind of wealth and all. So delusion, imagination of wealth, delusion rank himself of person, thinks he is a hunter, thinks he is a great person he is, and cheerful. So this is all about the mental state of Veratrum. On the flip side, on the other side, we have beautifully the character of vomiting also. Yellow, violent, forcible. We all know that Veratrum is one of the most important remedy for the vomiting, projectile vomiting and all. So that is also retrospectively matching here. So to summarize once again, and one more symptom, if you see the remedies for desire salt, the first remedy, what are the common remedies for desire for salt? Just drop in chat box. Yes, somebody has said finging sick. Yes, it is a finging sick.
Natrum, sir.
Natrimur, very good, Natrimur. So if you see the important remedy for salt desire, along with this Natrimur, phosphorus, argentum nitricum.
Sulfur.
Yes, argentum nitricum. We have this Veratrum also. So that also matching. So what I'm requesting you all, instead of going with few short rubrics, is finging and all, if you try to extensively investigate the patient, which is, once again, I'm repeating that Dr. Hahnemann said as the most serious of all human affliction, the science will never disappoint you. You will see the miraculous result day in and day out. Okay. So this is all about this case. And Dr. Deepu and Vinodini, this is the second case. And should we go for the third case, audience?
Yeah, we can go.
Sir,
No problem.
All are enjoying this session, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Smile. So the third case those who have attended my previous webinar must have know about the case. And actually, in the today evening only, I came to know about the striking similarity between these two cases. And so I tried to make them together. So this is a third case, and requesting all my previous attendee to just not to from the name of remedy, you can write down the totality. So this is the third case. Case again, 12 years old boy. Consultation is October 2012. Now, as the last boy was vomiting like anything, this boy is bleeding a lot. There is a kind of bleeding disorder. This is since last 1 year. Now see the history. Complaint started before 1 year with sudden right ear discharges. Discharges watery, sticky, bloody. Is a consulted ENT surgeon who suspected local lesion. Now in spite of their treatment, bleeding continued. Then ENT surgeon decided for tonsillectomy. Now this is very interesting. The mode of treatment he chose. So it is a bleeding. They're not finding the way out. Then they suspected that there is some deep underlying lesion, and we will go for the tonsillectomy. And tonsillectomy was done. But as soon as the tonsillectomy was done, the case got different turn. He started bleeding from multiple sites. Now case went to the MD physician, who sent it to the hematologist and further to the pediatrician. Patient undergo all investigation. Once again, all were under normal limits. After tonsillectomy, bleeding got worse and now started from multiple sites. Sites kept on changing. The hands, the nails, the ears, the eyes, forehead, even bloody vomiting, knee, even forearm. So it is strange for us to take such case, and even it will be strange for you to hear, but he was bleeding. Now, frequency of bleeding, minimum once a day for 1 year, maximum 3 to 4 times a day. Not a single day has been passed without bleeding since last 1 year. So in the see the interesting similarity with the last case. In that case, not a single day has been passed without vomiting. Here, not single day has been passed without bleeding. And once again, the case went from homeopath to allopath to allopath, lastly reaching to the homeopath. And it was just second year of my practice. Can you imagine? Now here are a few suggestions from renowned allopaths in our city. This from some ENT. He has referred. So I'll just read out, referring here this Akash Kadam case of bleeding disorder for further investigation. Kindly do needful. Then pediatrician, he is also writing the same thing that we have investigated, and I think some vascular disorder. Then it has gone to the physician. Physician has further sent it to the pathologist. Physician has said that Dr. Marathi could not find. Please see him and refer him to the proper person and all. So interestingly, bleeding time is clotting time is normal. Now here comes the most important suggestion. That is suggestion from the hematologist. I have just enlarged it. So how is the visibility? Can you see some words?
Yeah, we can zoom the audience can zoom the session, zoom the screen, no problem.
Okay, so what he's saying, dear Dr. Harshay, thank you for asking me to see Master Akash Kadam has for a suspected bleeding disorder. The suspicion was aroused by unprovoked bleeding from multiple sites. Enclosed here are with the results of various investigations. These are within normal limits. I do not think that he has any bleeding disorder. This brings us back to the question. I have encircled it. Why he is bleeding. Now this is very interesting when the pathologist, hematologist in turn ask why he's bleeding. Now this is a typical domain of homeopathy. So it has been said that when allopathy ends, homeopathy starts. So you can see here the live example of the same dictum. Pathologist, in his opinion, writes, ask back why he's bleeding. So in further, he has written that we should see some local lesion and all and all. So this brings us back to the question, why is bleeding? In the last case, the question to us was, why he's vomiting? Now the question is, why he's bleeding? So let's see. So the same principle, why the modern medicine is failing, because they are trying to find some changes blood, some changes, some physical changes, some here and there changes might be there, but still it is not disclosed. That's why they are failing. Now here in homeopathy, we see man in disease, we see the pathology, physiology, psychology. I hope there is no need of repeating. You are already within last 1.5 years used to this kind of basic classical method. We have to probe all 3 areas meticulously. Good. So I probed this bleeding like this: before bleeding, during bleeding, and after bleeding. Before bleeding, there was pain at the site of bleeding, headache always preceded by bleeding, there is throbbing right side, then left side, extended backward, heat of the body. See, each and every of this point can be found somewhere in the repertory. If it is found in the repertory, it is a characteristic symptom. If it is a characteristic symptom, it may have some place in our totality. It must not have always, but it may have. That's why you should probe each and everything. So during episode, there is weakness, pains, exhausted feeling, and even after bleeding, there is no mark at the site of bleeding, weakness, exhaustion, and so on. Now see the beautiful journey of this case. First, at the age of 1 year, he started with severe coryza and sneezing. Then when he reached at the 8 years of age, at that time, he also occasional epistaxis. At the age of 10 years, this bleeding started. After then he advised tonsillectomy, and after tonsillectomy, there was bleeding from multiple sides. So the past history is also included in this past history and journey, what we say. Now family history, fathers has a deep crack in soul. Marathi मध्ये आम्ही त्याला जळवात असा शब्द वापरतो. It is deep cracks in palms and soles. Grandfather, no major illness. Sister is healthy. In the personal history, so what we say, instead of personal history, what term we can use? Just write down your chat box. What we can say to this personal history? Physiology. Very good. Physiology. Yes. Nice. Physiology. So we are probing the physiology. We are not just taking the case as a routine pro forma. We are trying to assess physiology. This patient had been to the specialist and hematologist and ENT. Nobody has asked ever whether he likes sweet or dislike eggs, or whether he has perspiration or not. Nobody asked, but we asked because we see the physiology. We asked because we see the pathophysiology and mind. So that is where the homeopathy differs from the modern medicine. Epistaxis, then bloody vomiting, burning of the feet. He's a late sleeper, used to sleep at 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Sleep on abdomen, stools again irregular, urging, eating after, perspiration scanty, aggravation in sun heat. Now thermals, in thermals, just I have told you in the last case also, we try to make thermal totality. The best source for the thermal totality is none other than Dr. Amartya Nikam sir's Thermal Matra Medica book and app. Now here, he needs sweater often, unable to tolerate heat without fan, bath as per weather outside. So as per weather, his bathing pattern changes. Means if it is too cold outside, then he prefers warm bathing. If it's too heat outside, then he prefers cold bathing. Now that kind of behavior he was. So now we will enter into life space and mental state. So he's also interestingly in a 7th standard, obstinate. There is some behavioral problem with this boy as well. He's also obstinate. If he wants anything, he must get it. Selfish, dislikes sharing, not good relation with his brother and sister, likes good clothes or new bags, had strong violent anger, throws things, is lazy. Means उसके माँ ने बोला कि वो घर में खेलता रहेगा, ज़्यादा बाहर नहीं जाता, किसी से अच्छी तरह से मिलता जुलता नहीं है, not usually get along with others, and dominating, pampered kind of child. Now when I keep on inquiring, see, the case is so much important. Every case is important for homeopath, but this is typically a baffling case because it has been to the many physicians. And it was just, try to understand, it was just 2nd year of my practice. So obviously all the initial questions have you seen such case before? Can you cure this case? Can you guarantee this case? Surely we'll get result. But we have some goodwill with our friend, Dr. Rasal sir. I once again like to thank the general practitioner over here who has referred this case to me. So obviously I had an answer that yes, I have experience with this bleeding disorder case, but every case is different. So this is a way in which I console the patient that yes, I have seen this case, such case, but every case is different. Disclaimer, there is a disclaimer, you must have seen it. There is star mark. So we should keep ourselves means in a safer position while answering such a tricky question, but you should not hesitate to face such question day in and day out. Even after 5, 10, 15, 20 years of practice, people are going to ask you that whether you can cure, you have seen such cases. Don't get irritated. Even if we are in the patient position, we will also skeptical about any new science. So we must attend such question calmly, quietly, but firmly, assertively. So I told that we will do some, you can say, honest effort in this case. And see, your honesty can be seen, assessed by patient. If you are dealing, what we see in Dr. Nikam sir's hospital also, there are, at a given time, there are 80 to 100 patients admit. All are in some point of their cure. Some are almost cured, some are about to cure, some are still on the way of cure. But they are watching that this man, our guru, Dr. Nikam sir, is working day in and day out. Out of 24 years, he spent 14, 16 hours. Then the faith develops like this. No amount of advertising and this putting banner will help you. But the cured patient, that will keep on advertising you for their entire life, such as the patient we are seeing. They will, day in and day out, they will send patient to you. So coming back to the case, that I tried to inquire this patient at length. Then they told about his nature that at school he is very intelligent, quick in grasping, no complaint from school, not much religious. If anyone quarrels in the school, comes home and complains grandmother and class teacher, beats younger sister. Now this is a typical problem, that he is very dominating at home, abusive, bites in anger, hatred, ill behavior to the family. Says family members are not mine, not easily communicate and hide behind. So this is all about the case. You can see the answer to why he is bleeding. To find the answer of why he is bleeding, we have interrogated at length. And once again, we have come to the same point, that the sick, pathology, physiology, and psychology. So again, I'll request everyone to come up with your totality, uncommon symptom, and along with the remedy name. Is everybody is following lecture?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I hope everybody is enjoying. This is a live learning experience. There are not much room to the theories and speculation. We are putting case in and out in front of you with all the required well-documented cases. These cases are your best learning experience. What Hahnemann has written, the true experiences. I think in the drug proving, he has mentioned this. The true experiences is very important. I'll give you a friendly suggestion to all those who are attending webinar, that try to focus in any of webinar you are attending to find the genuinity of the case and proper totality, instead of short tips and tricks, because these tips and tricks are many times may not be so much fruitful, but the process that you are putting yourself. For example, in first case, if you have put the efforts to open the Kent repertory and see coryza, aggravation, menses before. Now, this is the basic effort that is needed to be a good homeopath. Keeping yourself calm, collecting all the symptoms, going to the repertory, many times the printed form. Now, this is also a point I like to tell, that Dr. Amarji Nikam sir, today also don't use any electronic when the patient is in front of you. Yes, of course, for the research purpose and book purpose, we use all the software and all. But when the patient is in front of him here, if the patient tells some peculiar symptom, he open the printed repertory. Literally, repertories are torn out by using 2 to 3 repertories. So even today also, when we sit in besides him, he almost in each and every case he opened the repertory. So I think for the intelligent people, this is enough to understand what are the efforts that are actually needed to become good homeopath. So I am watching some suggestions.
Yes,
here.
sir. There are some suggestions,
Dr.
sir.
Rajni Nahar.
Yes, sir. Hemorrhage,
Yes.
anger after, hemorrhage, anger after, sleep on abdomen,
Excellent.
intelligent, dominating, abusive, aversion X, amphithermal, pain, throbbing at bleeding site. There is another suggestion, sir.
Okay.
Hemorrhagic tendency, burning of feet, ailment from anger, abusive, desire
Cracks.
cold water, aversion sweet, aversion jesting, amphithermal patient. And there is another suggestion from Dr. Preeti, hemorrhagic tendency, burning of feet, abusive, ailment from anger, desire cold water, aversion sweet, aversion jesting, amphithermal patient.
Okay.
And another suggestion, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can read out.
Yes, sir. Epistaxis, hemorrhage, mucocutaneous, cracks, obstinate, abusive.
So I'm at least very happy that those all who are attending has understood that we should combine the areas instead of focusing or doing stretching the one angle. Instead of stretching the one angle, we should try to balance. Marathit ek shabd hai tala suvarna madhya. In English it is called as golden, what we can say, golden point, where all things coming together, balanced, well balanced. So that should be our efforts. So as you can see, my totality, pathologically, it is unprovoked bleeding from multiple site, query vascular disorder. Physiologically, there is a craving for non-veg, spicy, cold drinks, aversion to eggs, sweet, sleep on abdomen, thirsty for large quantity cold water. In the mind, we have very violent anger, throws things, beat sister, abusive, biting. Though he is very intelligent and quick in grasping the thing, very obstinate kind of child. Yes, Dr. Fasina had suggested that complaint after tonsillectomy, right?
Yes.
Complaint has increased after tonsillectomy. So when we try to make a totality, here is my totality. So ailments from anger ranks very important because it is not very common, highly uncommon that somebody gets such a kind of trigger to the bleeding, emotional trigger. And as far as the ailments from is concerned, I have got good experience, or you can say I'm the good authority to speak on this topic, because for my post graduation I have taken this topic as a dissertation topic, causation, and I have dealt with each and every causative point. It starts from ailments, first ailments from celibacy, so forceful control of sexual desire, that is celibacy, and it ends up to ailments from writing in a writing with right-handed hand in a left-handed person. So you see, there is a wide range of rubrics. I highly recommend all the attendees today to go through and through each and every rubrics from these elements from. It is very crucial in the selection of homeopathic remedy. If you are correctly finding the elements from, it can become the decisive point in your totality. As we have seen in the first case, there are the causation. What was causation in the first sinusitis case? If you recall, just put down in the chat box. Be interactive, my dear friends. It is as Dr. Debu, we talked with him that we want to make it workshop experience instead of just pointing some tips and tricks. So what was the causation in the first case?
Ailments from grief,
death
sir.
Yes, death of loved one.
Sadness, forsaken feeling.
Ailments from grief, sadness, death of. What was the causation in the second case? That vomiting. Second case.
Ailments from fright.
Yes. Wow, good. So many suggestions are coming quickly.
Anxiety and
Ailments from
sadness,
fight.
fright.
And in this case, it is yes. And in this case,
Ailments
it is
from
elements
anger.
from anger. So you can see why I tried to jot down these three cases. There is a thread running through and through. See the consistency of methodology. See the uniformity of the way in which we are dealing with this operation. This is the simplification. This is I want to mean by simplification. So moving on to the further, I'm very happy to tell you all that I may come up with the entire book on these elements from the in-depth study of all elements from rubric with the remedy differentiation with the few cases. I'm working on it, working since many days, but it is still not reaching to the end. Maybe we will come up at the end of this year before, as there is so much lockdown days. So abusive insulting, jesting aversion to, hemorrhagic tendency, cracked hand in winter, sweet aversion, ambithermal and syphilitic. I think with this totality, you can come up with the remedy, please.
Tarantula.
Tarantula, excellent. So does tarantula cover?
Merc Sol.
Yes, Merc Sol, very good, Dr. Megha. Any more suggestions?
Phosphorus. Acid night.
Acid nitricum.
Heparcel, Staphysagria, Graphitis.
Very good.
Phosphorus.
Yes, yes. So with this all suggestions, actually we have taken you through this case taking process. It will become very easy to finalize. Now we want the ambithermal patient who is very much impulsive anger. So Hipar definitely has an this kind of anger, but does it has this kind of ambithermality? He has this impulsiveness. And about the mental state of Hipar, there is sudden episodes. So that's why we call it as an impulsive. Now, as far as nitric acid is concerned, nitric acid has both mean side. First, he is very overly sympathetic patient, and once he has got with some kind of grudges, then he goes to the another hatred. So the important rubric of nitric acid is hatred to person who has offended him, unmoved by apologies. If you see in the bind section, unmoved by apologies. Single remedy for 3-4 mark. So no amount of apology will bend him. So this is a short difference. So you can see the repertorization chart. Now, why this syphilitic miasm? Bleeding itself is syphilitic. Now, vomiting in the last case, it was not syphilitic because there was not weight loss and all. Bleeding, the related pathology is related with the blood. That's why it is syphilitic. So you can see the totality: hemorrhage, food and drinks we have taken, cracked skins, burning of the feet, ailments from anger. We have given proper importance to that also. So if you see the totality, the mind-body balancing and remedy, as many of you has rightly suggested, it is none other than Merc Sol. Once again, potency 30. So in the second year of my practice also, I was quite sure about the way in which to the case, taking case, totality making, and potency selection. So here, before telling further about the improvement, we'll try to run the video. Observe closely the child, how his body language, if you don't know our Marathi language.
टॉन्सिलच्या ऑपरेशन नंतर पण त्रास चालू हो जास्त झाले दोन्ही कानातून खूपच यायचं रक्त ते डॉक्टरांकडे गेलं सगळ्या त्यांनी पण तपासण्या केल्या त्यांनी नंतर दरबे डॉक्टरांकडे पाठवलं.
So she is telling the names of all doctors, concerned doctors.
त्यांनी ते पुण्याचे काहीतरी मनचंदानी किंवा असं डॉक्टर पाठवले ना मार्शंगाचा त्रास कमी नाही होतच होता नंतर हातात आणखी काय डोळे सगळीकडूनच यायला लागले ना त्यामुळे ते म्हटले नाही कसं म्हणजे काय उपचार करावा तेच कळत नाही त्यांच्या समोरच आलेलं असं डोळ्यात.
So she's saying that when she was in front of one physician, in front of him, the bleeding started from eyes. So can you imagine the scenario? Consultant sitting, patient is in front of you, and the bleeding start. What you see in the horror movies. So that was the case. So definitely safety. That's why.
पुण्याला घेऊन जावं गरबे डॉक्टर हो मनचंदानी म्हणून कोण आहे त्यांच्याकडे आम्ही त्यांच्याकडे नेता आपलं जहांगीरला घेऊन गेलो म्हटलं 17 वेळा इकडं तिकडं मोठ्या हॉस्पिटलला जागीरचं काय अनुभव होता काय नाही त्यांनी फक्त टेस्ट केली त्यांना पण नाही काय कसलंच लक्षात नाही त्रास होतच होते खूप व्हायचा त्रास जागीरला असेल त्यांनी बघितलं नाही दवाखान्यात यायचंच नाही ना रक्त घरी आल्यावर ते कसलं दवाखान्यात एकदा आलं ते म्हटलं ऍडमिट होऊ द्या मग दिवसातून एकदा तरी यायचंच ना आमच्या समोर येईल मग ऍडमिट केल्यावर.
So what the physician has long video that let's get IPD. They have done all kind of things, but it was not useful. Here I asked him how many times. So she is saying that it is 4 to 5 times sometimes, even more, not less. So his whole shirt used to get wet because of this bleeding. So now the patient is talking. Now see how he is talking. So he was keeping calm. So don't expect Merksol with a typical violent feature. I mean, he will come up with some knife in your clinic and threaten. You know, Merksol child is basically timid, shy child. If you read even the Matra Medica part or Radar keynote, the remedy is Merksol. Remedy given is Merksol. So it is a basically timid and hesitating child. And once he was means tortured or given any kind of ill treatment, then his anger will explode. So that's why he was keeping just calm. So vomiting, bloody vomiting.
थोडं प्रमाणात कमी आलं पहिले 8 दिवसांचे देत होता ना तुम्ही पहिल्या आठवड्यातच हे आले कमी आलेले प्रमाण दुसऱ्या आठवड्यापासून बंद.
So she's saying that in the first week itself the bleeding reduced, and after second week it was vanished. It was no bleeding at all since second week.
तिसऱ्या आठवड्यात पूर्णच बंद झाले. पण आता आपल्याला एक आठवड्यापासून सुरू केला आता किती वेळा झाले आधी नाहीच कसलीच नाही. बाकी तुला इंटरव्ह्यू कशी तब्येत वाटते आता तुझी? परत त्याच्यानंतर अशक्तपणा व्हायचा ना. हो खूप असं कुठून चालता पण यायचं नाही त्याला.
So used to get. So he used to get very much exhausted after that.
Okay. शाळेत पण काय त्रास नाही. आज थोडी मला उघडली म्हणून गेला.
So this is a follow-up, and even in the first week itself, his bleeding reduced considerably, and then there was no episode. Marscal 30, N frequently repeated. So this was some dates and responses. In the first week, bleeding reduced. Then in between, I had to repeat the dose, and so on. So, my dear friend, this is the third case. So, in this all discussion, what we want to conclude. Hello, everybody is following me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are following, sir.
So, what we want to conclude is that. So there are so many questions. See, a question we can discuss, or you can just WhatsApp. You drop message in the WhatsApp. There is a number below. Even if you get any difficult case, take case properly and send me if time permits.
No. Actually, Dr. Rahul, I am going to do a workshop with you. So I request everyone to come for that. Okay.
So this is the second last slide. We'll conclude this with the. So we have this all kind of confusions. Now, when you are getting all information from this virtual teaching, your effort should be to finalize the repertory, the Mathemedica, the prescription strategy, the potency, case taking method. At some point of life, you must finalize it. And you can add the new information. For example, I have recently used the remedy, say aurum mur natrum few times. It was not, I have not seen any case. So Mathemedica can be added, but the basis, what Gandhiji had to say, that you should not allow your basis to be blown off. So thank you once again, my mentor, Dr. Amar Singh Nikam sir, and never forget this quote of Dr. Mahatma Gandhiji. I hope everybody has enjoyed this session.
I have one doubt, Doctor.
Yes, yes, you can ask.
Can I ask you one doubt?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So you have explained the 3 cases. So I would like to, can you just brief about the shortens minerals I think you are using extremely, and the repertory software, many were asking me the repertory software you are using, and what are the rules of differentiation of remedies also for that. Okay.
So I will try to answer all 3 questions. But the first answer for what repertories we are using and about Scholten, first try to understand once again that homeopathy has flourished from 1796 to 2020. And in the large part of the journey, Scholten method was not there. Okay. So yes, Scholten has given us a simplified our prescription by leaps and bounds, but it comes as an additional information only. Now, what Dr. Nikam sir has recommending the book is first book of Scholten, that is Homeopathy and Minerals. After that, the idea is so much explored that it has somehow lost its credibility. We are too small to comment on this legendary Dr. Scholten sir. But what knowledge we have got from Nikam sir is you should stick to the well-proved remedy in the Scholten method. For example, we have this Mac carb, with this Kali Salve. These are already the well-proved remedies, but we are missing some mind symptoms. Now, with the rise of the Scholten method, our prescription will become easier. Don't go for the Scholten method with unproved remedy, such as this platinum, fluoraticum, muraticum, and like this, so on. That is what we have done, and that is what Nikam sir is doing. Now, second thing is about software. I have told you that at the most important is to know through and through Kent repertory, complete repertory, or synthesis, both. And for the general, we are using synthetic repertory, synthetic by Barther and Clunker. You have to struggle a lot to get the printed version of this repertory, but this is available. So all this food and drink is in that printed repertory. Okay. Hello.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
That's great, sir. Okay, so can we conclude now? Or
yes, we can conclude.
Dr. Vinodini?
I hope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. There is no questions.
I hope everybody has
So one of the frequently asked questions was why 30 potency was used in all cases.
Oh my God. So that is actually that is Dr. Nikam sir has recently told me in one of the webinar that I will be remembered in the homeopathic history for using exclusively exclusively 30 potency and successfully running homeopathic hospital. So we have got this 30 potency legacy from him only. And we are not just blindly following him, but the observation, the important advantages of 30 potency that he has told us, that you can repeat the potency flexibly, you can change the potency. It has no risk of aggravation. There are so many important advantages of 30 potency. Even Dr. Nikam sir has used this potency in animals, you will surprise, and we have got excellent result. A lot of our proving are in 30 potency. So there are n number of reasons. So for everyone, I'll request once in a life, you visit Dr. Amar Singh Nikam sir's Aditya Homeopathic Hospital. I think Dr. Devo had been there, and I'm sure that it will give you a lifelong motivation.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So,
Okay.
Vinodini, Dr. Vinodini, please conclude the session.
Yes, sir. I feel very privileged to deliver vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of IHMA Kerala State Chapter, I must mention a deep sense of appreciation for your excellent presentation and wonderful presentation, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rahul. Can we wind up the session, sir?
Yes, thank you all. Good day.
Okay, fine.
Good night.